Yellow, I'm going to be showing you how to style some links in CSS. Why am I dedicating a whole lecture to styling links? Because links are special. They are more special than just generic elements like a div tag or a section tag because there are different states in which you can style them. As you probably know, links, you can hover on them, you can click them, they can be visited, and they can show different styles depending on the state that they are in. So the first thing I want you to do is create an HTML file called links.html and add this basic structure, change that title, styling links, link up the stylesheet.css. We're going to work with that style sheet that we've already created. The other thing I want you to do is add the ID attribute to the body tag, call it styling links, because I am going to be, I've added some styles that will just kind of make the layout a little bit sexier to work with. Because we're good now. We're getting good at this, and we want to be working with something that looks nice. And the other thing I want you to do is add some HTML here, and I've already kind of have some queued up in my clipboard. So I'm just going to add a div here, and I'm going to give it the ID of container. And then, of course, I'm going to add a ending comment there just so we know what's up. And then a level 1 heading will say styling links. And then I'm just going to paste what I have here and just copy it out. 4 paragraph tags with 8 A tags. Those are link tags within them. And the href, I'm just going to link to codecollege.ca plug. And then ID for each of them will have their own link 1, 2, 3, and 4 IDs. And then just some text in there, whatever text you want. But I just put this text. So go ahead, pause the video, paste, go ahead and copy those. Save that. And jump over to your stylesheet.css. And I've already typed in these styles. So again, you're going to want to pause this video just to type these out because this isn't necessarily part of the link styling lesson. This is just for layout. So pause the video, copy what I have here, and then press play again. And I'm assuming you're back. So this is what the page will look like so far. So we just have styling links and we have 4 links. They're just generic default native styles built in. They're blue, underlined, and ugly as crap. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually, I'm going to show you a little bit about how links work. I said there are 4 different states that you can style links. Well, in CSS, you can style a link simply like so. You can just select the A tag, but that doesn't really help because you're only styling the A. You're not styling any of the states that they can be styled within. And I will cover that in just a sec. You might be confused or curious what states I'm talking about. So you can just style, a link like so and just say color, I don't know, red. And there we go. We got some red links, but it doesn't change the fact that when I click these links, now the A tag, they turn purple because the links that these are going to they're purple because I visited that link, and they're all purple because they're all the exact same link. If I changed the href of each of them, then only the one I clicked on and visited would turn purple. But I need to be able to change that. And when I hover these links, nothing happens. There's no style that happens. And when I click them, well, they do turn red. So that's, I guess, one thing. And then the visited color is purple. I want to be able to change that. So the best way to style links is like so. The 4 states are an unvisited link. The next one is a visited link. And then a hovered link or mouse over. And then the last one is an active link. And so it looks like so. You would style a link like this. A : link. This styles an unvisited link. It's the first state. The next one is a visited. So a visited link, meaning once you visited that link, what does it look like? The next one is hover. And then the last one is active. And they have to be in this order. Link, visited, hover, active. Do whatever you got to do to remember that order, but they have to be in this order. Now, if you only wanted to style the link and then the hover, which is very common, you can leave out visited and active as long as it is in this chronological order. You can have link and visited and leave the other two. You can have link and active and leave out the middle two, as long as they are in this chronological order, whether you use all four or just one or two. So let's style them. A link, let's say we're going to do something like this. Link, we're going to say color is FC3. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so you're not seeing that style because it's being overridden by the visited link color. So let's change that to the same color as the default link unvisited color, because I don't like that. Maybe it's good usability to show what links you've already visited. Maybe there's a better way to style it, but I don't like it at all because it looks bad, and it's kind of an old convention in the web, and I don't personally like it. Maybe you have an argument otherwise why it would be a good idea for usability, and I would accept that argument, but I still don't like how it looks. So I'm just going to make it be the same as the unvisited link, and it will look like this. Perfect. Now let's say I wanted to make the hover color. Well, let's say color. Let's go aqua. Why not? So now when I hover, they will change to an aqua color. In fact, let's just change that. It's hard to see. Let's go green. So now when I hover, you can see it changes to the green color. Pretty cool. And then active is when you are clicking down on the link. Maybe I'll say that here, mouse down. And I'll say color, let's go with black. So I got the hover and active. See how it turned black? Hover, active. And visited, well, currently all the links have been visited, so they are actually on the visited state right now, but you can't tell because it's just like the default link unvisited link state. Now let's style these links individually. Why not? Let's style the link 1, link-1. Now you can style it like this, but this is the equivalent of styling the link as if you were just styling an A tag with no state. So you can actually do this or something like this. This is what I would prefer doing. So we have link, and we're going to say A1 link is, let's say, background 333, padding 10 pixels, and let's see what that looks like. Okay, so links are actually inline elements by default, so that's why the padding is kind of encroaching on the space of the second line. All you got to do is make your links block elements. So what you'd want to do here actually is you can style an A tag without any state associated, because you want all the A tags in all states to look to have display block in this case. And there we go. So you can see we have a full width here, and that doesn't look that good. So what you can do is you can give it a width, say like 20 pixels, which is a little too thin, or you can display inline block, which I've covered briefly and we'll go into deeper and further in an upcoming lecture. And it should look like this. So now it just it contains the width of the element itself, and it doesn't go full width. It's not an inline, it's both inline block. Cool. Now let's keep styling. Let's say we want that A link 1 hover to have a background of F3C. Now when I hover, it turns pink. But I can see it's still getting that green link color that the hover is, that we defaulted back up here in our styles previously. So I want to change that color to white. It would look better. And let's just check it out. There we go. That looks better. Now that underline, I don't actually want that underline. It doesn't look good now that I have a button style here. So let's just remove it altogether. Let's say text decoration, none. That gets rid of the underline on that link. And that looks better. Now, why don't we add an active state for the A link 1? Link-1, link visited, hover. We actually need to add, we don't need to add a visited for this case, I don't believe. So I'm not going to. So I'm going to skip it. So link, hover, and then active. And let's make the background, let's do something like 777. Now, when I click it, it kind of goes like a light gray or a dark gray, just to show you've clicked it like that. And you can go ahead and style these other ones too if you'd like. You could play around. I have the IDs set up, link 1, 2, 3, and 4, but that's essentially it. That's how you style links. Remember, they have to be in this order: link, visited, hover, and active. Those are the 4 states. You can style a link alone with an A tag, but remember, if you want to style each specific state, you need to use these additional states tacked on with a colon. Cool. Those are links.